we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the...
Here for Brooklyn. MP's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Warren comes in for Kevin Durant. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Kyrie Irving. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Wagner's checked. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Franz Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Jalen Suggs. And so in the game for the Magic, Fultz is out there with Anthony. Then there's Bull. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Wagner in at the 5. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 6-point game. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Wagner has screen on Curry. Anthony kicks to Wagner. The Magic again can't hit. Nets leading by 6. Curry outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's Fultz. 5 points in the game. Wagner outside. And here's Anthony from the arc. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. O'Neal passes to Simmons. And the dunk by MP.
Really rare to see a guy that's 6'11" have the kind of elite passing skills that Ben Simmons has. Really, really impressive.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Fultz the pass to Anthony. Five to shoot. Banked in off the glass.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close.
27. The Magic. 21.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. The guard pair for them, Anthony and Suggs. Banchero up there with Isaac, and it's Wagner in at center. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. Wagner has screen on Irving. Anthony kicks to Suggs. Off target from outside. Brooklyn leading by 4. And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Isaac. The shot off that time. Nice D from Warren. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Irving from long range. Trains the three-pointer. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
And here's Anthony from the arc. The Magic again can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's MP trying to get open is Irving. And there's the bucket from MP. MP's got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Anthony nowhere around. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Horry, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Suggs. Guarded closely. Outside Anthony. Wagner with a screen for Anthony. Drives to the hoop. And foul. And that does it for the first half of play. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 14.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up. We've got an old Rookie of the Year in the house, the big fella.
That's unanimous Rookie of the Year to you.
Wait a minute. I think Alonzo Mourning got a couple of votes.
Who was the first pick me? Word is born. Not a creature later.
Not Alonzo Mourning.
Now, looking at the first half of play in our featured game, what a disaster it's been for the Orlando Magic.
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You think when a team is punking you like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. But nope, you just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first.
For the Nets, MP's checked in for Durant. Warren comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Simmons. Then for the Magic, Mo Wagner comes in for Carter. And it's Jonathan Isaac in for Franz Wagner. Nets leading by 13, so with Durant sitting on the bench. This is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. Warren is out there with MP. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Curry. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Pass to Suggs. Isaac a screen on Irving. And here is Suggs. He's got 7. Another miss by Orlando.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Here's Suggs. And Curry pulls it down.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend of the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
Isaac misses. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Orlando's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Passes it to Fultz. From deep three-point range, the Magic again can't hit.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Morris is checked in. Then for the Magic, Bol, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Markelle Fultz. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. They get it again. Here's Bol. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's MP. 10 points for him.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Morris passes to MP. Rebound by the Magic. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Isaac. A rebound by the Nets. MP's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And there's the pass to Curry. He's looking for MP and finds him. And that one, good.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Anthony kicks to Isaac. Over to the left wing. And Caro. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all.
63. The Magic. 41.
Get in there. Never let up, MB. You got him on the run.
And at the line, 1 time.
Simmons. Orlando also making some changes. Banchero's checked in for Bol. And Isaac subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
So on the floor for Orlando. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Anthony is out there with Franz Wagner, and it's Isaac in at the small forward.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength
for Brooklyn.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And had significant points in this game. They just stayed committed to their brand of basketball. And that's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Magic.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Outside Curry. Kicks it to Irving. MP outside. Another miss by MP. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Great game, MP. Really well done.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Thank you.
Next game, you're back with the starters.
Don't lie to me, Coach. Do not lie to me.
No cap.
I see you.
I just told the press during my availability. So why don't you head over there and answer some of their questions and bask in the glory.
All right, now, that's not a bad idea there.
You've earned it. Now go enjoy it.
Hey, everyone. Oh, is that my man John in the cut back there? My man, it's always good to see you. What's up?
Hey, it's me, man. Great game, MP.
Thank you, man.
So, Coach Graves just let us know that you're back in the starting lineup. Yeah. First off, did he tell you yet? And if so, how does that feel?
Yo, that's crazy because he just told me. Like, he literally just let me know. It feels great, man. You know, everyone wants to start in this league, and I'm no different, man. You know, so I'm hype.
So are you aware of reports that you've been placed back in the starting lineup so they can actually showcase you for a potential trade?
No. That's actually the first time I've actually heard that.
Well, let me read this to you. Sources familiar with the organization's thinking have confirmed that there's interest in acquiring Shep Owens in the trade. So how do you feel about that?
It's surprising. I mean, you'd literally be swapping someone who's shown he knows how to win in this league for someone who's mostly potential.
Well, not to throw salt on the wound, I'm also hearing that Shep was Othello Akpin's first choice at 18, but Phil Boyer overruled him.
I mean, if that's true, you know, those things happen. Not everyone's gonna evaluate talent the same way heading into the draft. I would just hope that I've done enough since then to show that I belong here and can help build a winning culture for this team. Okay, that's it? All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I gotta address the elephant in the room. It's all over the news. What's up with these trade rumors? Are we worried about them?
Worried? What do we have to be worried about? Shep's a star in any city he's in.
I am the marquee.
That's right.
Honestly, it's a little insulting that someone thinks they can trade MP for me, straight up.
Plus draft picks.
I'm in a class by myself. Man, I'm not even in the class. I'm floating above the whole class system.
Ooh, don't look down.
Oh, wow. Man, y'all look like ants from up here.
Red ants.
It don't matter what color the ants are, Pook. Why you always gotta take it far?
I was just riffing.
Man, sit down and stay in your lane. How many times I gotta tell you that?
He doesn't like ants.
Stay in your lane.
Hey, Chip, why don't we get some pics for social
Yeah,
media, all right?
yeah,
Come on, baby.
yeah.
Oh, you don't have the show, baby.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
Yeah,
He doesn't care.
MP what?
Yes.
MP? Who's the MP?
Who's the
You are,
Who's the
baby.
MP?
even know.
Come on, man. Come on,
I'm in the
man.
presence
All
of
right,
greatness
come on.
right now,
Stop
baby.
playing with me.
Okay, you guys want to fill me in? Why do I feel like I was blindsided out there?
Because you were. Look, but that's okay, all right? It's the last trick Othello's got up his sleeve.
Yo, fam, he's really gonna offer 3 first-round draft picks on top of me. For Shep? I mean, is Philly even gonna sign off on that?
It's unclear.
There's more support for the trade on social than I would like to see.
What does that mean?
I'd say it's about a 50-50 split at this point.
Good thing social isn't in charge of the roster.
Well, look, it still wouldn't hurt to fight that battle, so.
Okay, but we've already talked about this. We're not gonna fight this fight in the press.
I'm not talking press, I'm talking about on the court. Look, Othello put his cards on the table. It's you versus Shep now.
Okay, hasn't it always been?
Yeah, but never this directly. Look, you've got an opportunity to put this thing to bed once and for all. All you've got to do is outperform Shep. Boyer hasn't pulled the trigger yet, which means he's still not sold. But there's a microscope on you two now. Look, if you go out there and you whoop Shep's behind on the stat sheet, there's no way Phil will trade you.
Rick,
look, how could he?
Rick, you know I'm not about the stats, man. I've never been about that.
But you are about this city. I know you're a team-first guy on P, but I don't see anything wrong with calling your number a little more than usual if it's gonna get you to stay. You can't win a ring in this city if Othello trades you.
So it's me versus Shep.
It's you versus Shep, babe.
You got to end this, MP. Once and for all.